Yeah, let me just hop in the car real quick. I'll do a little bit of D&D on my phone while I drive.
Yeah, no big deal. Got a dice roller
Bust
app.
open the coochie.
Gonna DM old school style, pen and paper.
Pen and paper.
It makes it so much better that it's a Charles quote.
Yeah. He didn't have anything prepared. It was just one big long cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have it prepared?
No, he just like
Not
kept
really.
making it up as he went.
Yeah, he had a setting and I think like a quest to give us or something.
Yeah, we didn't even make it to the quest. And we didn't even
We
get a
we
second
find it
session.
at the very end. We just didn't get to do anything in the quest.
Yeah,
We got it. We just never got to play it.
very unfortunate.
It's gonna be like that mission in Skyrim where you go to the manor in disguise
Yep.
because you get a party invitation or whatever.
Yeah, there's
Just
like
imagining like the
factions.
WoW starting zone. Like you're just standing there waiting for the cutscene to end, but it's 2 hours long.
God. Well, with that, does anyone need any lore refreshers, or we can ask that as we go?
Guess.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Act 1. So you guys start in the Adventurers League Hall. You're awaiting mission status from Piotr, who has said that he had some good things coming to you guys. Um, you guys are in the hall, just sort of waiting around, doing whatever. There's a bar. It's kind of like a VFW in a way. There is Dorothea again, Hotzer. She's playing with some explosives. Upstairs, you would have Rolf. He's playing around with some magics. If you wanted to talk to him about that, Lawrence is in his office, which is just down the hall. Usually has it locked, but today it's open. And Vitor is sort of just ruffling through papers in the sort of intake. Sort of a dingy place. It's not very well kept. The funding for it is somewhat cut off, but it's enough to at least give you room and board. It is filled with some very seen better days furniture. It's cracked. Some of it's dusty. Some of it is broken, but you just have no other choice but to use it. They do try to take things from like a Salvation Army of the city to sort of fund this place, but it's not very good. The only person who's really making any money here is Lawrence. So if you guys want to go around and describe your characters, start with Hildor.
All right. My name is Hildor Figgin. I'm a 4'5" dwarf with long curly brown hair and a long bushy brown beard. Uh, Slightly fair skin, as if I got a little bit of sun. I carry two short swords and a long bow with me at all times. I wear my nice leather vest at all times, and I kind of stocky. I said I'm 155. Weigh one.
Pretty girthy.
Yeah, I think I weigh 155. Uh, yeah, generally a pretty well-mannered person from what you know, or at least from what you've seen from me. And I kind of just take little jobs here and there if I can. And I'm a blacksmith.
All right. Thank you, Hildor. And then we'll just go to what do we say your name was, Brandon? I just said Adam Sandler.
Kevin Jameson.
What is it?
Kevin Jameson.
Kevin Jameson. All right. Go ahead and
Wow.
describe Kevin.
Kevin's 5'10". He's got curly black hair kept short, keep it out of the way. A little bit of stubble. He hasn't shaved today or recently. He's fairly young, early 20s. Spends a good amount of time outside, so uh, got tan skin, brown eyes. He's, I'd say, like a swimmer's body, but with that like fighter muscle. And yeah, I'm lounging on like a broken couch. One of the few times that I'm not like doing push-ups or running in place
Relaxing.
or bugging Lawrence.
Right. Thank you, Kevin Jameson. And then last but not least, we have Umber, if you want to describe Umber.
Okay. Posting a picture in the D&D chat so people can look. Umber is an owlin, 5 feet tall, 150 pounds, soaking wet. She has golden eyes, tawny, fluffy feathers, and is perched on a chair in the corner.
Alrighty. And
Click to the D&D channel to see the picture, and the first thing I saw was Adam Sandler.
that's it.
Yep, that's Kevin Jameson.
Nice.
And then is there anything anyone would like to do right away?
You said that Piotr,
Mhm.
he's got something for us.
Yeah, he's kind of scrounging around the intake. He's kind of waiting for some sort of basically there's like magical mail set up. There's lots of sending stones going around. Also, I should say in your inventories, make sure you all have a sending stone. It's connected to everyone within the
Nice.
adventures. Like a team walkie.
Hell yeah. Love me some communication.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
A what?
A sending stone.
does it have charges or is it unlimited?
Unlimited charges.
Nice.
But it only connects to. Sorry, I should reiterate. It connects to you four. And I
Okay.
guess it would also connect to.
That's basically the Daddy's Little Sailor Spins.
It's the Daddy's Little Sailor Spins, yeah.
Nice. Does it take
Communication
the
is
form of an
important.
actual stone?
It could take. We'll say. Sure, it's like a fancy ornate inscribed stone.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just kind of like sitting in a chair, twiddling my thumbs in my lap, kind of just thinking about, spending money on betting,
Oh no.
I'm
thinking
like
about whatever Piotr is about to give us. I'm about to go to the arena with it.
throwing like a small sack of gold up in the air and catching it.
I'm
I thought you
Yes.
definitely eyeing it.
Betting,
Yeah, I'm
like
looking at you
bet.
while I'm doing it.
It's like, what does he need sheets for?
Uh, all right. While you guys are doing that, you're throwing the bag of money up, and Hildor is just eyeing it up. Umber is just perched in the corner. You see Piotr excitedly come out, and he has a piece of paper. It's like the manila envelope. I have got it, my friends. And you just see this like old dragonborn. His scales are kind of coming off. He's got scars. Like one eye looks like it's got cataracts or something. It's kind of clouded over. He looks like he's basically useless other than to be like a secretary. He's hunched over. And he comes up to you guys. He says, gather round. Come here, pretties. Big mission today. It's been some time, I know. But today, you get paid. Excited, yes?
Very excited.
Yes. Money.
Excited,
Okay.
yes.
Are you ready for the big reveal?
Why, sure I am.
He takes the envelope. He just clips it, lifts it up, draws it out. And the letters are facing him. He takes it, pulls out his little readers. Okay. A Maribel Lapotte from the Tendeville district in the northeast has a missing cat. Oh, fun! He just looks at you guys.
I just stare at him blankly with like some depressed eyes.
I thought this was gonna be a big one.
What do you mean? This is the big one. We haven't had a mission in days.
Oh,
It's a
So
Some
classic.
lady lost her lunch.
No. A cat.
Yes, lunch.
He just looks at you and he's just kind of concerned. Anyway, the reward this time, 100 silver. Big ones. So, you go to Tandevald, you find her cat, ask her some questions, we get paid, and then we wait for the next mission. Yeah? Good luck!
what was her name again?
Maribel Lepont. She's in the Tendival district to the northeast. She lives at 1452 Tanglewood Lane. Very nice place. You like house. Maybe one day this place will come and get big money again. You buy house there. Have nice big family with white picket fence.
I just like slowly turn around and walk out the door.
Don't have too much fun.
I jump and like shake out the laziness. Do like a
Mhm.
couple jumping jacks. Head on out.
Alrighty.
We really need 3 people to get a cat.
It could be very dangerous and very difficult locating cat.
I should eat it.
Please, please do not eat the cat. We have a reputation to uphold. And then the other two, as you hear him say that, you see as you're walking out, there's like a sign that says Adventures League, and it's on like a signpost, and one chain is broken. Half the sign's like weathered and gone, and it's just like barely swinging in the wind. Just everything just looks so run down. And he just kind of shoos Umber out the window. Go, go, go! The only way to get better clientele is to make the current clientele happy. Word of mouth. Trust me. I've been doing this a very long time.
Well, we'll do our best.
That's the spirit.
Right, gang? Should be easy. Easy
Mhm.
money.
I'm already out the door.
Yeah, you're heading out the door. So it goes out to the main street. You're sort of like in the southern part of Midtown, which would be like the town center. There is carriages. You can also go by foot. We'll say none of you own horses currently. It does cost some money to go. We'll say you guys all have about. Let me.
I was gonna say because I picked the poor and it just said 2 SP, so I assumed that means I have
That's
2
2
silver.
silver. You know what? We'll just say you guys all have 2 silver each, and cart rides are about 5 silver. So you could pull some money together if you want. It does hold up to 4 people. And then from here it would be maybe a 15-minute ride. Otherwise, it's about maybe 45 minutes to an hour, depending how fast you're going walk.
Dang, how fast are these carriages going?
Oh, fast, dude.
I'm just like standing outside looking at the street, like rubbing my 2 silver pieces together.
Are you just holding it out?
Yeah, I'm not holding them out. I'm just like rubbing them together in my hands, looking
Oh,
at them,
okay.
like contemplating life.
Unsure of whether you want this taxi service or not.
Yeah.
I like lean down and glide past him, doing the same thing with my 2 silver. All right, we gonna go the old fashioned way, or are we gonna take a carriage?
You're trying to bankrupt me if you're gonna take a carriage.
I I mean, we'd have more money if I won that last fight. So sorry about that.
Well, you win some, you lose some. I just hope the next one you win.
I'll do my best. Always do.
Well, do better. I really need the
Noted.
money.
Noted.
I mean, as soon as you start getting better, then we can start making some real money.
Oh, over the table. Are we level 1?
Oh, yes, you are level 1.
Okay,
I
cool.
assumed that was the case.
I should have said that, yeah.
Now we're supposed to be at the 10th level.
Um,
We're just
you
really bad at making money.
you will level fairly rapidly in the beginning.
Word.
All right. So are you hailing a cab or what's the plan here?
Better get our steps in.
Yeah.
That's
Start
the
walking.
spirit. Always good to use these legs.
I
We
wish I
weren't
could
gifted
fly.
them. That's not the spirit.
What's the
Gotta.
point if I have wings?
I've never had wings, so I can't have an opinion. I don't think. But feels great to get the legs moving.
Huh.
And I'm just jogging in place.
Oh my god.
I'm just like standing there. My shoulders are slumped.
Oh
Look
no.
very tired and defeated.
Yeah, while you guys are bickering, you see some people are walking by, and there's people on like bicycles. We'll say bicycles exist. Some people on horseback. There's like rickshaw type dudes who are carrying some goods to what looks like the market, and they're all kind of eyeing at you. One guy, he He looks down at you. He's a guy in a business suit, and he just goes, waste of space. He just keeps walking.
Whoa. What the? Every day with this, man.
You get no respect and no money.
But we're gonna get this cat. It's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna be happy.
If we find this lady's cat and bring it back to her and then she's an asshole, I'm gonna lose it.
I'll eat the cat.
If she's an asshole, I'm not even gonna stop you.
Maybe it's gonna be like a really big cat. Maybe it's a really big, really aggressive cat.
Well, it's not really worth 100 silver now, is it?
I mean, we can always try and get a little more.
How are we gonna split 100 silver?
I'm
I-
guessing we probably don't get all of it. We've got to give some to Faze.
Oh, fuck, that's right. Alright, well, best to get to stepping. Just kind of start walking.
Mm-hmm.
I would also like to keep my eye out for any, like, street gambling.
Sure. Yeah, you guys are walking. We'll say best route because you guys have been here a while. You're walking through Midtown. You don't see too much gambling. Go ahead and do a perception check for me.
Really, what about the Falcon?
And if anyone else wants to look for anything in particular, it'd be a good time.
I'm looking for any cat.
Any cat? Okay, go ahead and do a
Yeah.
perception roll.
Oh, that's smart. I got a 10.
10. You don't notice anything super intriguing within Midtown currently. Mostly just people setting up market stalls. It is Wednesday, so the Makers Fair is going on. You see like people setting up trinkets, a little bit of scrolls, tidbits, homemade soaps, stuff like that, but nothing of the gamblings. And then Kevin, what did you get?
I got a 16 to look for any cat.
16. You do see a cat. It's just kind of like on the fountain in the Midtown town center.
Was it just sleeping?
Yeah, it's just kind of there.
Oh, guys, what if this is the cat?
We don't even know what the cat looks like yet.
Well, I
But
mean,
this
it
could be
doesn't
the
look like it
cat.
has an owner. I mean, better safe than sorry, really.
I just sneak up to the cat.
Sure, do a stealth check.
Aw, it hit my mouse and I got a nat one.
Yeah, you start sneaking up. It's kind of like you're going around the stall to try to sort of get to like there's like some bushes. So think of like a stone sort of railing that goes around and it has like the steps up to where there's some shrubs. You try to go around there, but you're trying to get around this guy's market stall and trip up on one of his goods, and you actually knock over his little stand and all his trinkets and baubles. The cat jumps up, startled, meow, and just sprints away. The guy looks at you. It's a young gnome male, and he's looking like really pissed at you. Hey man, what's the big deal? You just knocked over my whole day. I spent all morning setting this up, and you just come over. What are you even doing? You're not supposed to be here. This is my plot. I paid 50 silver to have this for the entire season.
I am so sorry. I just saw a cat and I wanted to pet it.
A
I'm gonna
cat?
sending stone to Kevin. Hey, if you get out of there, then I can go in and help him set it back up and tell him that I'm with the Adventurers Guild, and then maybe the Adventurers Guild will get a little bit word of mouth, you know?
Oh, I should really. I'm gonna make this worse. I am so sorry.
Yeah,
I,
get out of here.
I'm going.
I have to spend all this time setting up my stall again. Look, you broke some of the merchandise. You just see there's like some little baubles down there, and it's cracked open, and just like in a million pieces.
I pull out my pouch, my coin pouch, and give him one of my 2 silver. I am so sorry.
I
I'm
guess
gonna
that
get out
helps,
of here.
but just get out of my face. I don't want to see you anymore. You ruined my day. He just starts sweeping up his broken shit. He's like trying to set up his stall again. He's got it like set up right now.
I
Yeah,
kind of huff and puff away.
Sure.
yeah. As soon as I see Kevin walk away, I walk up. Oh, I saw what happened there. Damn shame.
Yeah, he's a real big asshole.
Oh, just the biggest. Here, let me help with the Adventurers Guild. That's what we're here
Oh,
for.
kind of looks at you, just uh, thanks. And he just like he like points you to some of the merchandise, and he's saying up. So we want the big ones in the back, so it doesn't cover the little ones in the front, because it helps sell more. I learned that from a real smart businessman. And you're just like you're listening to him, and you're trying your best to follow his instructions. It looks pretty good. And now you have some like slight knowledge in merchandising for some reason. Um,
Nice.
well, thanks for your help. I guess you guys aren't the worst.
Oh, we just have a bad rap because, don't really need us that much, but we're here to help. You
Right.
ever need help? Just contact us.
Yeah, if some asshole knocks my stall again, I'll call you guys.
Oh, sure thing. Maybe we can look into it, try and find him for you.
Yeah, well,
Get
I
some
don't
money out
I
of
don't
him.
know if we need to go that far. I mean, it's over. We have the stall up, but if it happens again, I'll call you guys.
All right. Well, have a good one.
Yeah, take
Yes.
it easy. Hey, what's your name, sir?
Hildor Figgin.
Oh, Hildor. Okay. I will remember that. That sounds really familiar. I don't know why.
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Well, anyway, I'll see you around, Mr. Hildor. And he just
All right.
climbs up to his little perch where he starts selling. Get your little baubles here, handmade, best in town. He's just like trailing as you walk away.
I just like walk out of sight and then meet back up with Kevin.
Sounds good. Yep, yeah, you guys are out of sight of the gnome now. What's Umber doing all this? Are you just kind of chilling?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I don't want to get involved.
Sure. Yeah, so you keep walking. Keep those same rolls. You're getting up to the Sandoval district now. We'll just speed it up a little bit. You did not see any gambling stuff as you were walking. There was no other signs of cats except for maybe one that you saw in a window, which you assume would probably belong to the person living there. So you get to the Sandoval district, super nice. They have paved roads. Carriages are the main mode of transportation, as well as bicycles, both very expensive modes of transportation. And you pull up to 1452 Tanglewood Lane. It's a super cute cottage house with a white picket fence, stone arches on the way in, and a beautiful garden. And on the porch is a young, a young human woman, and she's just standing there, and she's got a little fan, and she looks out to you and kind of questions. Looks like she's questioning who you guys are.
I bow.
I also
Um,
bow.
I wave.
Hi. Uh, why are they bowing?
I just out of respect.
Um,
I'm from Hawkthorne, so I'm kind of used to everything.
right. Well, pleasure. And she hands her hand out like this, to Kevin specifically.
If it's normal, I'll give a little smooch.
Yeah. That you would know that that's sort of like the upper class sort of mannerisms around here. Well, thank you. Someone knows how to have some proper manners. So I assume you are the adventurer folk. I see with all the big swords and doodads on your back and that thing on your back, Mr. Dwarf. But yeah, my cat's been missing. So, Babushka. She's normally a normal outdoor cat. She goes out, she comes back every morning when I call for her tuna. She loves that stuff. Let me tell you, I get the fresh tuna down at the Midtown Market. There's a nice old man. He's a fisherman, local. Great stuff. Highly recommend. I think his name's Robert. But I get his tuna. The cat comes back every night. But for the last 3 days, the cat hasn't been. Is in trouble, maybe. So, the guards didn't want to help me, and guys are left. So please find my babushka. She's about this big around, and she's big and orange and very fluffy, and she likes people a lot. So it shouldn't be too hard.
Do you know where Babushka would go normally?
Well, normally
You have a
she
clue?
she barely leaves around here, but I asked all my neighbors and they haven't seen Babushka at all.
What does Babushka look like?
Well, she's about this big around. She's big, fluffy, and orange, and she really likes people. Kind of has a resting bitch face.
Mm-hmm. Does she wear a collar?
No, she did have a bow, but I found the bow. The bow fell off.
I finished my bow.
Are you all right, Mr. Dwarf?
I've seen better days, but doing all right.
Well, better days are even coming your way as soon as you find my cat. Now, shush. You'll find Babushka.
Just blankly stare at her with my slightly sunken eyes. Start walking away.
Yeah, you
Give
start
her a
walking away.
thumbs up.
I just
Okay,
walk out to the street and wait.
Yeah, once we're out of earshot, that was not that was not enough information, I don't think. I don't know how we're gonna find this cat.
Fluffy orange cat. Resting bitch face.
Did you see how wide she said it was? That cat was huge.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard to find it then.
That's true.
I'm gonna look around on the ground for hairs.
Hairs? Yeah,
Orange
go
hairs.
do a let's say you do an investigation check, and if anyone else would like to look for something.
I'll do an investigation as well.
8.
8. Okay.
Not great.
I'm gonna do the most simple thing and just look for perceive anything about a cat.
Okay.
15.
15 investigation. Okay.
Yep.
I got an 11 perception.
11. All right. So in terms of cat stuff, you do notice we'll say you notice near the front and heading towards the more central part of the Tanneville district, you start noticing some tracks, and then Umber picking up where you're picking up what you're putting down, sees some paw prints, but they're like very faint, but they're still there, and they sort of lead that way, and you assume that these little paw prints leading from Miss Maribel's house may be a lead, but they do sort of fade out the further you go in, but it heads towards central Tandeville.
I'll get down on the ground and start crawling.
You do that. You're crawling. And you follow the tracks as far as you can, and now they've sort of broken off. There's a lot of foot traffic, horses and stuff. Yeah. What is it?
I'll start doing a cat call. Psst, 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 psst.
Sure. You know what? Do an animal handling check.
While she does this, I'm gonna just
Haha.
get your
Non-net.
tuna. Say non-net 20.
Not at 20?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Nice.
And then what are you doing?
I'm just gonna come get your tuna.
Sure. Yeah, you do that.
It's such an effective
Tuna.
thing. It just
It's-
comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah. For Umber, you start going pss, 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 and you hit that right note, and a hairless cat from an
Ew.
apartment above comes and drops down and starts coming up to you, and it starts pawing at your feathers.
I don't think that's it.
I think that's the opposite of the cat we're looking for.
Slapping you.
I'll
Do you
squat
know where
down to it.
Babushka is? I ask the cat.
So you squat down.
Yeah, I can't speak cat.
It starts like rubbing on you, but it doesn't feel good because it's a hairless cat. So it's just kind of like if you took your skin, but like it was like extra dry.
Okay.
Gross.
Yeah,
I heard they feel like ball sacks.
great. That's a wonderful mental thing. Let me check real quick.
Ah, yes, a familiar
Oh my
sensation.
God.
Come here, kitty.
Okay, now I have a hairless cat.
You know, I've never been a big fan of hairless cats. They're kind of gross.
I just look at it.
I'll pick it up and put it on my head.
Uh, yeah, do another animal handling check.
Okay. 10.
10. You put it on your head. It starts. It's kind of like got that thing where it's like sort of arched up and it's sort of wobbling. It doesn't seem like it likes it that much. Eventually, just kind of like bounds off your head and runs further into town.
Follow it.
You follow it. All right.
Yes.
Is everyone else following?
Yeah,
I'll
might as
follow.
well.
All right. You guys start chasing this cat. And in
Not
this,
chasing, just following.
just following. Well, it's going pretty fast.
Oh.
So do you want to
I'm
follow it?
jogging.
You're jogging.
Respectfully chasing.
Yeah.
Respectfully chasing. Okay, so you're like at a light jog down the street. Everyone here is very hoity-toity. This is like the rich people's district. Again, very nice paved roads and everything. Lots of people here seem like they're dressed up and they have
Question.
suits and dresses.
Are there any market stalls here, or is it like storefronts?
This place would have like boutiques.
So storefronts.
Yes.
Okay.
Name brand stuff, or they order in from like a very special service, just people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're following the cat, and it ends up going to, sort of an alleyway of what looks like the back end of where an old restaurant would be. Or, sorry, not an old restaurant, a fancy restaurant. It just kind of
Back to
stops
end of
there.
a fancy restaurant.
Get back into alley where they throw their trash.
Cats still like food.
Like food, yeah. In fact, he's eating a what looks like a leftover fish.
Ew.
Tuna, come get your tuna.
Yeah, the hairless cat actually brings you the dead fish.
Unexpected.
And then what's everyone's
thank you.
passive perceptions?
12.
14.
Also 12.
Oh wait, sorry, that's insight. 14.
14. Oh,
Yeah.
14. That's pretty good. So while this hairless cat's doing that, you look a little further down as it's kind of plopping this dead tuna fish on you. You do see a mass of orange fur, and well, that's all you can tell it is from here.
I'd
It's
like
just
to
like
stand where I'm at and investigate.
go
Do I
ahead
need to
and
get closer?
you would have to get closer to investigate. Yeah.
Question.
I'll get a little closer.
Yes.
When you say a massive orange fur, are we talking
A
like
mass of.
a mass of orange fur?
Yes.
Okay.
From here,
Like a
that's all you
fat
can
cat.
tell.
And
Could be.
this is like shadowed, right?
Shadowed.
Like it's in shadows, like we can't tell much.
Yeah, it's like a dark alley. Like
What
just
it
think of
matters if you
inside.
have dark vision.
Is it on the ground?
yeah, it's just on the ground. From here, all you can see is like maybe 30 feet away. You just see a mass of orange stuff, but it's not like a collective orange thing. It's like just orange stuff.
Mm.
I'm gonna stealth towards it.
All right,
I
go
wanna
ahead
do
and
a
do
vibe check.
vibe check. Okay, go ahead and do your stealth roll and then your vibe roll.
17 for stealth.
14 insight.
14 insight. Okay, 17 for stealth, 14 insight. Umber doing anything? Okay. Yeah, you do the cat calls. Okay. Vibe check doesn't feel super chill.
Mm.
It kind of gets some chills down your spine. You get a little bit of goosebumps. Hildor, you start sneaking up to it, and from what you can tell, nothing's moving. Doesn't seem to react to your movements up there, so you're getting up there pretty stealthily.
Yeah, once I get like close enough to see kind of what it is,
Mm-hmm.
I'll stop and
Yep.
sending stone back to them what it is.
Yep. So what you see when you get there, looks like it fits it would have fit the description of babushka if it were put together.
Oh
Oh,
Jesus.
There is it looks like an intentionally laid out sort of blood circle It looks like there's some sort of inscriptions or writing, runes, something of the sort. You're not entirely sure. If you want to, you can do an Arcana check to sort of, or a religion check, either or, to see if you sort of understand it. But otherwise, there is bits and pieces of what looks like was babushka laid out in a very specific manner on this blood circle.
Yeah, I'll do a religion check.
Yeah. You can also do a nature check on top of that to figure out if this was like an animal or something too.
Sure. Religion 14,
Mm-hmm.
nature 17.
17. Okay, so for the religion check, you're not super familiar with anything around here that would practice something like this. All you can tell is it does look like some sort of a ritual or something. The nature check, you definitely feel like it's not something natural. It didn't do this on its own, and that very possibly could have been some sort of an animal, or it would have to be like the most horrible human being or humanoid to do something this grotesque. But we'll just say that this cat is completely dismembered. Its entrails are on display in a very intentional manner, and it looks like some special ritual was done. That's what.
I I send back to the other two. I don't think we're getting our 100 silver.
Uh, we should get out of here
It's quite disgusting.
It smells horrendous.
The
before
smell is
somebody
horrendous.
sees us and thinks we did it.
That's a good point. Do I see anything else now that I'm up closer besides this massive orange?
Do an investigation check. That's a lot of checks. Sorry.
13.
13.
Which
You
is also my passive
notice.
investigation.
Yeah, you notice some soot on the cat, like on the fur. Doesn't seem like it's from the cat being on fire itself, but there is soot, and there's nothing out here that would have done that.
There's
Like a
some
very
soot.
dark soot too. It's not like a chimney soot.
I look up,
You look up, yeah, you see the sky.
right? I'm just gonna get right up to it.
Yeah.
Like walk up to it and I don't know, sift around, see if I can find anything.
You want to sift
Anything
around the
weird.
entrails?
Yeah, kind of care. Like I'll use one of my swords to kind of poke stuff out of the way, so I'm not using my fingers.
Can
Sure.
can
Uh,
I keep a lookout while he's doing this?
Yep. Do a perception check. And then where are you doing the lookout? So there's an entrance
Just
to like where
the
you got into the alley.
entrance where we
Okay.
came in.
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, we'll get back to that. And you are just playing around with the entrails of the cat.
Mm.
Um, it's moving around. It's very squishy.
Does
It's
it seem
gross.
recent?
Yeah,
Like
it
like
does.
within today?
We'll say from the nature check, you can tell that this does seem not super decomposed, and it may have been, honestly, what recent.
I think it might have been not very long ago that this happened. Obviously, I send that back to them
Mhm.
if they're not up by me.
And as you're saying that, Umber, you do see one of the restaurant people coming out, and they have a garbage thing, and you realize, oh no, he's coming to the alley.
I'll whistle.
Mm-hmm.
I turn around and just look.
Yeah, you see this guy coming out with the garbage. You are somewhat a ways down the alley, and he's not really paying attention, but he's coming.
I'm gonna see if I can kind of scrape it all into a little pile and then stand in front of it.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna go up to the chef and uh is he a chef?
He's just like a host or something. He's just on.
Okay. Do you have any leftover food?
Um. Oh. I mean, technically, yes.
Can I roll for persuasion?
What are you? Yeah,
I
go for
just
it.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, go ahead and do persuasion.
Oh shit! I gotta roll again. 19.
19. He looks at you. Oh, Jesus, these owl people exist. Okay, he puts the bag down. He's still looking out towards the street, and he's not looking at you guys over there. While she's doing that,
Hurry the fuck
yeah,
up.
Hildor, you do scoop it, and like it's so gross, but it's like, and then like, you just kind of
Oh
get it into
god.
a pile, and you are able to hide it if you want to go for that.
Yeah.
Um, and then what is Kevin doing?
After the bad vibe check, I think, and like confirmation that something bad happened to the cat, I would have tried to pick up that hairless cat, and I'm just like staring in fear at that part of the alley.
Yeah, and actually, with the since it's like sort of sedated from the tuna, you go ahead and pick it up. It doesn't really care. Um, so he's rifling through this bag. He says, "Well, Miss Owl,
My name is Umber.
Umber, pleasure. I am Argus,
I will bow
and
to him.
I'm I just I'm just a server. You don't have to do that to me. But here is like a half sandwich, and I also have. I mean, it's like a quarter corn of the cob left. That's probably the best thing in there if you want it.
I appreciate it. Anything helps.
Yep, anything to help the needy. And he just kind of looks at you, and then he looks down the alley. He sees you guys. Um, is this a robbery?
No, I can assure you it's not.
I bow from where I'm
Um,
at.
that's not necessary, but thank
It's a
you.
sign of respect from where I'm from.
Ah, he turns to you. He does a. And he turns to Hildor, bows, and he turns to Kevin, just holding the hairless cat. He looks at the cat, and he just a real quick one, and then he just
I have not turned around to face him.
that's fine. He just does it to you while you're facing the other way. He just puts the garbage down, and he kind of like hastily walks back to the main street, and he's like looking back, just really confused looking.
Is
Can we
this
go
a
now?
robbery? I am.
What do you plan on doing with that?
Well, I just didn't want him to see me with it. Although now he's seen me back here, so maybe we need to scoop it up and get it out of here. Put it in the trash, perhaps.
Well, is the what's her face gonna believe that it's dead? Or would it
Um,
is it better to not show her what happened?
I think it's probably better not to show her this. It's quite horrifying, really.
I'll take a little piece of the fur just to prove.
Yeah, that's easy enough. I mean, it's all just there, so you pick it up.
Do you think that that might make our reputation worse?
I think we're screwed either way.
What do we? We'll have to call Lawrence or something.
I've got an idea. Do you think whoever or whatever did this would try and do it to that cat? And I pointed the hairless one.
Probably.
I don't like hairless cats, but I don't want to sacrifice it.
Well, no, we would keep an eye on it so it doesn't get sacrificed.
What if they just sacrifice a different cat? There's a lot of cats in this city.
Hmm.
Should
What
we
do you
do a
think our odds are?
stakeout?
See, that's what I was thinking. We'd set the cat as bait,
Oh,
and we'd be watching it the whole time. I mean, they probably don't kill the cat right away.
how do we know it'd be a cat next time?
We don't,
Huh.
but it's the best guess I've got. It's the best plan unless somebody's got something else. Or we just go back and tell her and hope she gives us the money.
Is
I
there anything else in this alley
There
Uh,
that I
was
can
lots of
there was some
garbage.
soot.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but like any tracks or evidence left behind? Can I roll for something or
Oh, you're asking me? Um,
yes.
well, I thought you because you guys are in
I
the middle of
can't
like
make
some
eye
heated role
contact
play.
with you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Go ahead and do an investigation with
Okay.
advantage because he already kind of picked over some stuff.
The fuck? 14.
14.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's. You start picking over some more of it, and you do notice, um, the ash that was on the fur seems to. It looks like there's some sort of ashy sort of footsteps sort of burned into the ground, very faintly. They take a few steps away from the site, and then they're just gone.
I want to follow.
Like, okay, you follow as far as you can, but then they're just gone. Like you go down
Did
the
it
whole alley.
did it so it went down the other side of the alley or the
Yeah,
side we came from?
opposite from the direction you came in, and then there's the cat's splayed, and then there's a few sort of sooty footsteps, and they sort of lead that way. We'll say maybe like 6 footsteps total, very faint, and then they just sort of stop, like in the alley.
Like they fade out or they stop.
They just stop.
Is there any ladders or
No
stairs? Nothing.
ladders,
There are handprints on the wall.
handprints that you.
Ugh. So
What
either
do your own eyes see?
somebody either got up and flew away or they got into a carriage or a horse or something. I don't know.
Would I have any knowledge of like dark art kind of stuff from being in public school?
Yeah, because public school they just have street smarts on dark arts. You know of
Wait, what was your sentence? The public school gives street smarts for the dark arts.
yeah.
That's poetry.
um, you would know of sort of some folk tales and sort of like mythos surrounding because of the Demilich in history. You know, kids would spread stories about the boogeyman or some sort of monster in the city, and if you don't behave or you don't do something, it'll come after you. Or people would prank people. They say, "Let's go to the cemetery. Let's draw some stuff in with candle wax, and then at midnight we all have to do this thing." And then people would do it to chicken out, and they think that some evil entity would show up based off of the Demilich history. But that's as much information as you would know just from your travels. As far as you know, historically there has not been anything spooky other than like goblins. Rumors of dragons and giants, but goblins.
What are the walls on either side of us made of?
Like very fine stone.
Is there any chance I can use my stone cunning to assist me in finding any creases in the walls or
Let
the ground?
me look that up.
Technically, it's for history checks related to the origin of stoneworks. Considered proficient in history skill and add double proficiency to that check.
Hey, it says you
So
can also notice unusual stonework such as sliding walls, stonework traps, new construction, unsafe stone surfaces, shaky stone ceilings, and the like.
Oh,
You know what? I guess a perception
the
check
truffle shuffle.
or an investigation. Do an investigation on here. Do the trouble check.
Ooh, that's a good investigation. 21. 21.
21. Yeah. So you start investigating the walls around here, looking for creases and stuff, and
Listening to
nothing.
the stone.
You're listening to it. You tap on it. You even give it a good sniff, and the only thing you can sense is that this foundation is going bad. It's kind of going bad, and they'll probably have to retouch this at some point.
It's gonna need to have some work done.
What are you talking about?
The foundation here in this building, it's gonna need to have some work done.
Does that have to deal with the cat?
No, I just wanted to check, for safety's sake. Uh, I was seeing, if there's any hidden doors or something, and there's not.
And then at this
Is
point, you guys hear some footsteps coming from the mouth of the alley. You see the server who had just helped Umber. He points down the alley, and you see a couple guardsmen,
Ah,
and they start running towards you guys.
Argus. Why?
Unfortunate.
Stop right there! And they just start sprinting towards you.
You
what's
stop
the
right
plan?
there.
They just keep coming.
We're investigating a lost cat, and we found it. And it's been obliterated.
Obliterated. You see
Look, and I
one
point
guard.
at it.
Jesus Christ. What did you do to it?
I didn't. Well, all right, I did sift through it, but I didn't do that to it.
I don't
I'm trying to
know.
figure out who did.
We might have to take you guys in. What are you? You're from the Adventurers League, right?
The Adventurers Guild, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are one of the only groups, or if you want to call it a guild, that has access to evocation magics. And if you ask me,
Do I look like I can cast evocation magics?
I don't know. I've never casted evocation magics in my life, and I don't know anything about evocation magics. But what I
What's
do know
that?
is that Adventurers Guild people have a license to do that.
Do we?
You do.
We've been able to do it this whole time?
Well, if we could do it, yeah.
I wish I would have known.
Over the table question.
Yeah.
Is the ritual circle still there?
Uh, yes. It's pretty intact.
I mean, I don't think that this, and I point down at it, has anything to do with evocation magic. This reminds me of stories of ghost stories and boogeyman tales that I heard during public schooling. I Do you really think that we would do this?
So, do persuasion with advantage.
Come on, good roll. I got an 8 and a 10. um, Persuasion. That sure is a 10.
10. You know, I don't think that some boogeyman from children's stories filleted the cat in this alleyway. I'm gonna have to bring you guys to the guardhouse,
Wait,
and we're gonna have to get
wait.
in contact with your leader.
No,
I have one
Argus. You
one more
tell
piece
them
of
I
evidence.
just wanted food.
Oh, he's not even there.
Argus,
just a girl.
why?
He scurried off that
What did you say,
bastard.
dwarf?
Look at the fur and at the ground. There's soot. Do you see the soot?
Yeah, so what?
Well, look at these footsteps here that Umber found. Umber or Umbra?
Umber.
Umber. Yeah, it's that. She found these footsteps. Count them.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it stops. Okay, so what? There's 6 footsteps
stops.
leading from this cat.
But it stops.
Okay.
How would it stop? Look at the bottoms of my feet.
Does it look like I wear shoes?
Looks down.
I have talents.
All right, show me the bottoms of your feet.
I'd show the bottoms of my feet to him.
Yeah, just
I'm wearing sandals, by the way.
oh sure. All
Got
right.
nice boots on.
He like sort of measures it out and he puts it next to like the footprint. All right. Well, I guess it wasn't you guys, but what was this? Some sort of missing cat call gone wrong? Someone sacrificed it to a demon? Next thing you know, the
Well-
demi-lich is back.
That's kind of the working theory.
Maybe not demon, but something.
Somebody who is
Oh, some-
demonic in nature.
Some spectral book. Look, I bet it's just some freak out there. You know, you should let the big boys handle this, right? This is a big case. If it was just cats, I could see the adventurers, whatever you are, handling this. But seeing as something's just splayed this thing and done some sort of prank, where they show some footsteps leading away. You know, big boogeyman. We'll get to the bottom of this. You don't even worry about it.
All right. Well,
That's a really messed up prank, don't you think?
Yeah, well, you know, day and age.
So, should we go tell the owner, or would you guys rather do that?
Oh no, that's all you.
Ah, all right.
all right. Well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck to you. And they just start walking away.
I don't think they're gonna take this seriously.
I don't think so either.
No, they're just a bunch of fucking assholes. Well, let's go break the bad news, I guess.
Probably the next best thing to do. Yeah. They just kind of start walking back out of the alleyway.
Yeah.
I'm
It's only been
I'm
a
gonna
couple
linger.
hours. You gonna
I'm
linger?
gonna go last. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they start walking away. And then what is Kevin doing?
I'm gonna see if I can do anything to this ritual circle. Like
Uh,
if I lick my finger and try to like smear the blood.
Yeah. Go. You know, you just do it. Um, you do that, and you get a burning sensation on the tip of your finger. Not enough to do any damage, but it sort of turns the fingertip red. And it's kind of like if you were to put your finger on a stovetop.
I'm gonna do it 2 more times with my pointer and middle finger just to confirm that I'm not going crazy right now.
You do that, and it burns just the same.
I just like I don't know that they're like fully gone at this point, so I'm just like, guys, this is way bigger than we thought. And I just like look back the mouth of the alley. I just jog over.
Yeah, you catch up just fine. Um, Now it's like maybe 10 minutes walk, not very far. You were just downtown. She's right there. She's still sitting on the porch, and she looks worried. And she sees you guys, and she sort of beams up. Oh, have you found Babushka?
Um,
She sort of runs up to you at the front gate to meet you.
I'll bow and I'll hold out the
Oh,
piece of fur.
what's this?
Uh, we found Babushka.
All right,
Unfortunately, what was left of Babushka.
left.
Correct.
Something got
Babushka.
her.
She just grabs the fur, and you see her face just sort of does that thing where it like turns in of itself, and she starts bawling. She collapses. Babushka, I, it was my only friend in the world. Who would do that to Babushka? Why didn't you save them? She starts turning up. She stands up. She throws the fur back at Umber. What kind of guild are you? Can't even save a damn cat.
The cat was already gone.
Yeah, and you were too late. She just.
Maybe you should have called us sooner.
You're blaming the victim now.
I am.
How rich? And she locks her gate and she turns back to her house. I'll never call you for anything again. What everyone says about you is true. And she just slams her door shut as she goes inside.
I'm gonna yell at her. Miss
Mm.
LaPont, we can't turn time back. Maybe keep our name out of your mouth.
Nothing.
I just stared depressed blankly at her.
Oh no.
Kevin's pissed.
Could have been worse.
Honestly, not the worst thing that has happened to us. But
Oh,
we
Is it too
have to.
late to quit the guild?
I think we're gonna have to. I mean, we can't make any
No,
money.
I have some more information. I
What?
stayed back. That circle, the ritual circle on the ground, I licked my finger and smeared it, and it was
Ew.
hot.
Interesting.
It burnt my fingers, and I showed them the tips.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like really red and sort of wrinkled.
What does that mean?
They
It
were
burned
burned
your
really
fingers.
bad.
Yeah, no shit.
Is
For
there some
someone that
kind?
It doesn't do magic. I don't know what this means.
I I don't have any kind of frame of reference, but it has to be something foul if the circle that they used, what we saw for can still have that kind of power after the fact.
I
Doesn't explain the footsteps.
think
I
there's a
mean,
lot of things
if
that
there's
aren't
soot and
explained.
it hurts to touch, like I'm touching a fire, it's something hellish. It's much bigger than something we can figure out on our own.
Oh, guess we better go back.
To the circle or to the guild?
No, to the guild.
Okay, good. I
We're
don't
gonna
really
have,
want to go back there.
we're gonna have to cover our asses somehow.
Oh man, he's not gonna be happy we didn't get that cat back to her.
So you're just heading back to the guild?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you sulkingly make your way back to the guild, feeling defeated from the whole situation, and it's went real south real fast. It just kept getting worse. You get back to the guild. Piotr greets you. Ah, hello, friends. Welcome back. How good's the mission?
The cat was dead.
Some would say exploded.
Exploding cat.
The guild is screwed.
Exploded. Yes.
Guild is screwed? No, 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 no. These things happen. That's why
No,
we have insurance.
we're not getting paid. She's probably gonna tell everybody to not use us.
Oh, get paid.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, do you not remember how this works? They pay up front.
Oh, oh,
Yes.
I forgot. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Don't worry. We do have to give half back on a failed mission, but you do get 50 silver, 50 big ones for you guys. Enjoy. He hands you 50 silver.
No, it doesn't matter if we're getting the money now because we're probably not going to get any more jobs.
If you
What do you
don't want the
mean?
money, I'll take your share.
Take it.
Oh, 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 it's gonna be a big day.
Listen, Umber. I know you are worried about the future, and
I'm
I
not
know.
worried.
What then?
You
What is
should be
the
worried.
problem? Be worried. I am old as shit. What do I have to worry about? Here, have a seat. And he sort of like sits you down. Miss Umber, you came here looking to make something better of yourself from past things that may have went not so good in your direction. But I promise you, if you stick to it in these peace times, life is all about cycles, yeah? So it's a lot of years of peacetime. Soon, you will be rolling in the dough. Everyone will want the Adventurers Guild. Trust me, it will probably be after I die, and you guys will be old, but it will be very wonderful. Just stick it out. In fact, good news. And he sort of gets up, hobbles over to his little mission thing. 4 jobs! And he just has a bunch of envelopes there, and
Let me guess. Another lost cat?
we're gonna stop it there for tonight.
Okay.
Mhm.
Jesus. Burnt up cat.
Burnt up, splayed, filleted cat.
Wait a second. I think I just figured out what happened to the cat.
Huh.
Over the table, I think it was an accident. Somebody teleported into that alleyway, and the cat was just there. It burst.
Guess you'll have to find out.
Was the cat like segmented specifically?
You weren't able to
I
tell if the
didn't see
cat
shit.
segmented part was specific, but it seemed like it was laid out in a way where it was like intentionally put out. And like there's a whole circle and everything that was like
Oh.
very well laid out with like runes and inscriptions of blood, and the parts were laid out in a very seemingly specific way on this said blood. Until of course you switched it around. But yeah.
Somebody was sacrificed to summon something.
Something. Guess you'll have
Some
to
bad
find
vibes.
out. There was a bad vibe check, yeah.
There
Yeah.
was.
I'm glad I didn't say that I drew my bow, because when the guards came through and like the server came through, it would have been a lot more awkward.
I'm so glad you guys didn't murder Hobo. I'm actually so proud of you. Like that, if this was Jeff, I feel
He would
like
have started swinging.
he would have started swinging. Then it would just be so bad. At that
Be a
point, I
dead
think the
cat
guild
and two
would
dead
crumble.
guards.
He
Yeah.
probably would have started swinging as soon as the server came down the alley.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would have
See?
tried to kidnap the server.
diplomacy works.
Not always.
Until Argus rats us out anyway, that bastard.
I was
Son of a
nice
bitch.
to him. I thanked him and bowed to him, and he ratted on it.
I'd bowed too. What's up with that? From
I
the
stared off
other
into
end
the
of the alley.
distance.
Just because Kevin turned his back.
I should have bowed backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Zero diplomacy. Bow
I should have
backwards.
said he was blind.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
hoping this old blind man find his way home in this alley.
Stuck in the alley.
Holding a hairless cat.